What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Knicks at Night TV. I'm your host, Darren Travis. This is episode 9. Episode 9, here we go. We're going to get into some things. I just came back from the Knicks game, Knicks versus Hawks, preseason game. Unfortunately, the Knicks took the L tonight, but they played hard in the fourth quarter. They made a valuable effort in coming back and trying to get the win. We're going to go and get into the recap a little bit later, but I want you guys to check out episode 7 featuring my boy Jerome Richardson. He's going to be one of the co-hosts on this show. You're going to see him here a lot. Former basketball player. We're going to have a lot of former basketball players here that I grew up with, that I played with either overseas or street basketball. We have a lot of guests, a lot of people that's known in New York City, for their skills on the court. We're going to have them here on the show. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show a little highlight tape of them when they were in their playing days. So not to sell my man Jerome Richardson short, because I know in episode 7 we didn't show none of his highlights. So I don't want him coming at me saying, yo man, how come all the new guests you have on your show, you show their highlights but you didn't show mine? So for this intro today, we're going to show you a couple of Jerome Richardson highlights. All right, man? Don't say I never looked out for you. Here we are, Knicks at Night TV. Check it out. So tonight, man, what a good game, man. I mean, I was at the Knicks game. I was at Madison Square Garden. I got to meet and greet with Larry Johnson, a Knicks legend, a good guy, definitely. I got to speak to some of the fans at the game. I had decent seats. I was able to move around, go up top, talk to some fans, take a couple of pictures. Overall, it was a great experience, man. I'm going to show you some of that later on during the show. My experience at Madison Square Garden at the Knicks and Hawks game. So we're going to show you some video from that and some footage. But let's get into the actual game itself, the Knicks versus Hawks. So first thing I want to say is let's talk about the offense. The beginning of the game was kind of ugly to watch, to be honest with you, man. I hope this is not going to be an ongoing thing with Coach Fizdale, but the first 5 minutes of the game, it looked like the Knicks wasn't running any offense at all. It was terrible, man. Like, it was just doing ISO ball. People was bringing the ball up the court, going one-on-one, giving the ball to the post. There was no cutters, no ball movement. So after like 4 or 5 minutes, man, the Knicks called a timeout, and they came back out, and they stepped it up. And it seemed like they started to run more plays. So hopefully, it's preseason and they don't got all their plays yet. But still, I don't want to see that to start to becoming a bad habit, that the Knicks is just trying to play street ball, because this is the NBA, man. You can't just go out there trying to go one-on-one. It's a team sport. You got to have some set plays to get your shooters open, to some cross screens, to get some mismatches, to get your big man who could score on the inside with a mismatch. And if you're going to go ISO, it's got to be a reason you're going ISO. It's got to have a smaller defender on you or a big, slow defender on you. It can't be you trying to take over the game by yourself. Well, other than that, I want to get into our 2 young players, man. They look really, 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 really good. RJ Barrett and Kevin Knox. They had a good game tonight, man. RJ Barrett, man, I'm very impressed with his strength. I mean, that boy is going to be a killer, man. Like, everybody likes to talk about how big and strong Zion is. No, RJ is not as big as Zion, but he's just as strong, man. When he goes to the hole, you see it. He could take the contact and go up and still finish with the left hand or the right hand. I'm impressed with RJ Barrett's strength, and I'm impressed with his discipline, man. Once again, a couple times he was open, he shot the three, but he didn't do it as much as this game. But like I said, man, I know he's been working on the three. I just don't want him settling for that. He's such a great all-around player that it does his game a disservice if he just shoots threes. When you're wide open, nobody's around you, it's okay to take it. But if you have time to survey the floor and you could get a better shot, then take the better shot, man. You got game, man. They can't stop you when you go to the hole. You 6'7", good size, got strength. Maybe step in and pull in for the mid-range. The mid-range is a lost art in today's basketball because of all these analytics. Now, they're saying, it's better to take a three or get a layup. So, right now, we losing the mid-range game. But if that is the best shot available, if somebody chases you off the three-point line and you see the help defenders waiting for you at the basket, the best shot to take is the mid-range shot because it's going to be uncontested, an uncontested mid-range shot. As long as you train, me as a former basketball player, I know that if I'm putting up thousands and thousands of shots in the mid-range game and I'm working on that in practice, it's not a bad shot in the game. As long as you practice it, it's not a bad shot. So shout out to RJ Barrett for having a good game. Also, my man Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox looked really, really good. I'm very impressed with him, man. We're going to have to start giving these guys, more minutes. As I'm watching these preseason games, I'm starting to notice that, Fizdale said these guys have to fight for their minutes. And seeing that, I have to say that Elfrid Payton, I feel like he's playing his way out of minutes, to be honest with you. Wayne Ellington, he gets in the game, he's just jacking, man. I know he's a good shooter, but as soon as he touches the ball, he's letting it fly. So from what I'm seeing during these games, I believe that Kevin Knox should stay in the rotation, keep getting burned. RJ Barrett. Right now, Alonzo Trier is not getting a lot of playing time, and I feel like that's due to the fact that, they're trying to take a look at Wayne Ellington. But Alonzo Trier is a beast. He can shoot the three ball. He proved that last year. He has handle. He could get to the basket. We need his versatility in the rotation. When things are going wrong, the shots are not falling, he's a player that could break down the defense and also hit an open jump shot. So sorry, Wayne Ellington. I feel like you had your chance in the preseason, but right now, I think Alonzo Trier should get those minutes that Wayne Ellington was getting. Dennis Smith Jr., let's speak about him. Tonight was his first game. He was in foul trouble early. He really couldn't stay in front of Trae Young. I'm kind of saying it's a little, I have to say maybe it was a little bit because of rust, so he got 2 fouls early, so he went to the bench, so he really couldn't get in the rhythm. Even though he didn't play that much because when he got back in the game again, he fouled again. But, overall, I say just from this one game sample, you really couldn't see that much from Dennis Smith Jr. Hopefully on Friday when they play the Pelicans, Dennis Smith Jr. shows a little bit more. I still have faith in him. I feel like he's the future of our franchise, along with RJ Barrett and Kevin Knox. Frank, the Fresh Prince. He played pretty well too. I see him as a future backup for Dennis Smith Jr. So whenever Dennis Smith Jr. like tonight, if he gets in foul trouble, you put Frank in the game. He's a solid defender. I don't see Frank starting for the Knicks, but he's definitely could be a future solid backup. Other than that, man, I know you guys are probably tired of hearing me talking. Tonight's game was good. The Knicks didn't pull out the victory, but, even though, they was down the majority of the game, the fourth quarter, I like the grit. I like that they tried to come back. They started playing tough defense, started playing together as a team, and it went down to the wire. It went down to the last 5 or 10 seconds, and the Knicks ended up losing by 4. Speaking of Wayne Ellington, man, that was a bad shot you took at the end of the game. The Knicks were down by 3. They called a timeout. They drew up a play. I don't know who they was trying to get open for the three-point shot, but it seemed like Wayne Ellington came across on a curl, and when he caught the ball, I believe it was 2 defenders there, and it still was plenty of time left. I believe it was like 5 seconds left, and he double pumped the 3 and shot it. I told you, Wayne Ellington loves shooting, man. Wayne Ellington, keep on shooting, boy. You're going to shoot yourself out of that rotation, and my boy Alonzo Trier needs to get that minutes. So other than that, man, check out my experience at the game tonight. I'm gonna show you a little bit of footage from the game tonight. Knicks at Night TV at the Hawks and Knicks game, MSG. Check it out. Straight ahead? All right, thank you.
The New York Knicks select RT Darren.
Watch the day when we come around. This is your time, we want it now.
Knicks season ticket holders here at the Knicks and Atlanta Hawks game. Just a little get together. They have food and drinks. You see? Larry Johnson over there signing autographs. You can see him. Darren Travis, welcome to Knicks at Night TV. We got a fan here. What's your name? Ricky? All right, Ricky. Welcome to so this is the second game at home for the Knicks. And how long have you been a Knicks fan, Ricky?
I don't know.
You don't know? What you mean you don't know? This whole life you've been a Knicks fan, right? I see you got that Patrick Ewing jersey on. Is Patrick Ewing your favorite player?
No.
No, who's your favorite player? Kristaps Porzingis. Yeah? Was you sad when he got traded? Yeah. So do you have a new favorite player on the Knicks or are you waiting for one? RJ Barrett?
Yeah.
All right. So is the Knicks going to win tonight?
Yeah.
All right. I'm about to head and look at all the people coming in now. Checking in. Doing past security. Check this spot out right here. Got a New York Rangers type of cars there. I don't even know. Race car. Oh, that's a Lexus.
There we go. So now you can see what it looks like.
Yeah, right. Nice. Got the music here. This is the Lexus 2020. The ring. Square Garden.
How about one more?
seconds left in the quarter. RJ Barrett clearing it out. Okay, going to the right. Trying to finish with the left. No. Okay.
Got him.
If he hit that.
Why?
He was. So it's all right. Leaving Madison Square Garden. The Knicks just took a loss. I mean, it wasn't that bad of a game. They decided to wake up in the fourth quarter and come back. They fought hard. At the end, they ended up losing by 3 points. Wayne Ellington took the tying shot. It was a double clutch three-pointer with, I think he was actually double teamed, to be honest. But he missed it and the Knicks lost. But it was a close game, man. Knicks still got a lot to work on. But until next time, I think Friday they play the Pelicans, so let's see some more improvements. That's what preseason is about. Being here. KnicksatniteTV. All right, that's it. I hope y'all enjoy the Knicks at Night TV experience at Madison Square Garden preseason game. This is episode 9. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for future updates on the New York Knicks. Like I said, we're going to be featuring some more former basketball players, overseas players, street ball players. So it's no doubt that we got big things coming for Knicks at Night TV. All right? Peace, y'all.